The man deliberately carried his 80-year-old mother to the deep mountains, planning to let her fend for herself. But his mother not only showed no resistance, she even smiled at him. After taking the lamp, the man immediately ran down the mountain. Little did he know his nightmare was just beginning. The man was originally a dutiful son. Because his mother tragically suffered from dementia, he quit his high-paying job and moved back to the village with his wife and children to take care of her. However, his mother's condition grew worse, and the family revolved around the sick mother. Within a year, their savings were almost gone. His wife was unwilling to live a life of hardship anymore, so she planned to take their son to the town to make a living. The man knew his wife and son were suffering, but how was he any different? Kind-hearted as she was, his wife couldn't bear the agony of her conscience, so she reluctantly stayed behind. Soon after, a Taoist priest came to their door. The priest told the man that there was a saying in folk practice that if a severely ill elderly person is sent to the deep mountains, they would encounter a compassionate mountain god who would take the elderly away. He asked the priest where they would be taken. The priest said they would be taken to a place free of all suffering. After hearing this, the man was instantly moved. The next day, he carried his mother to the deep mountains, but when he arrived at the destination, he only saw a desolate stone statue. It was then that the man realized the priest's hidden meaning, which was to leave his mother to fend for herself. On one side was his mother, on the other side were his wife and son. In the end, the man made a decision, fearing he would regret it. He quickly ran down the mountain. When the villagers found his mother's body, it had already been ravaged by wild dogs. After that day, the man began to have the same nightmare every night. His mother would always call his name while holding a lamp. Not only that, the man's son Jim also began to sleepwalk, holding his mother's clothes in his arms. The man thought it was his mother's resentment for being abandoned, and that she was now haunting Jim. To find the root cause of Jim's condition, John decided to hypnotize him. When he opened his eyes again, John had entered Jim's dream. Jim pointed to the lake, and soon a piece of clothing surfaced. John immediately realized that the old woman's clothes were the root of everything. The man quickly took out the clothes, and after a thorough search, he found a silver lock. It was then that he suddenly realized his mother had been sending him in Jim dreams, not to harm them but to help him find the silver lock. It turned out that the moment his mother was carried to the deep mountains, she knew she would be abandoned, but she was willing to die, and this was her last gift to her son. But when the man woke up again, he saw the priest's face in the mirror.